Okay, this strategy here is still almost similar to the last one I just mentioned. Like when you see the red going down, you put in 3 reds and then 2 greens. But I also noticed that would be effective if you see a red candle building and you put in 3 reds. If it continues to go down, and then you either could just go ahead and let the 3 reds win without putting the greens in, or you could just go ahead and still put the 2 greens in. Either way about it, you're going to get something out of that deal. But now what I also found out what was effective, if I put in the regular 3 reds, this is coming down, and then it looked like it's already inkling like it's going back up, I will put in like 4 greens to counter that. So it'd be 3 reds and then it'd be 4 greens to counter it. And I found that to be very effective. So if it's going in your favor, you just let the 3 reds ride. And then if you want to add 2 greens in, that'll be good. So it catches it also on the bounce back. If you just put the 3 reds and it goes and wins, also you just get maybe like 150, maybe almost out the deal. If you got the greens down there, you might get to 50 still out of the deal. Plus you got that safety of not losing all of your 3 that you got here, the 150. That's the whole purpose of putting 3 in, and then you put a 2 down there so that you're only losing about $50 out that whole deal. So it's controlling your losses. That's the whole purpose of putting the 2 greens there. So even if it runs through the 3 reds and then hit the 2 greens, you still get 50 out of that. There's no loss. It's still gain. And then also if it decides to try to go back up, you still gonna make gains. And so what I'm basically saying, if you're putting in 3 reds here, and then it look like it's still trying to take off and go up this way, then you might want to just put in 4 greens. So then you still win. Okay. So if it's going down this way, and it's hanging down that way, then you can put in the 2 greens. If it try to come up this way, put in 4 so that you still win, because you got 3 reds down there and you got 4 greens going up. Right now this is at 6,974. I believe this strategy right here gained roughly about $800 roughly, and probably about 2 minutes, just this strategy alone of, with that counter. It's another counter move in case it does try to reverse back. I'll let it play so that you can see it. I got 4 reds in there. All 4 of those already won. I didn't even put no counter in. 3 greens I got in. And then I hit it maybe about 5 reds there, because, like I said, looked like it was just coming down that way. So I just said, hey, why not? 3 greens in, and I don't put nothing in there, because no reds in there, because like it was taking off. Now this one, like it trying to reverse back, that's when I put in more reds there to capture that. Yeah, so when we go back and we look at that now we at 7,886. And we know when we had started off, I think it was probably around like 69, somewhere around there we were at before when we had first started here. I know it seemed like we were, can't find it where we were at, but we seemed like we was around like 6,900 or something at that time, where we first had started at. Yeah, we were around here. It's about roughly around 69, and then when we got done, it jumped all the way up to 7,800. So that's, like I said, it's almost $1,000 just from that strategy of when the red is building. In some cases, you could just let it build, and if you want to, you add 2 greens. If it look like there's a chance that the red going to spring back up, and then if it do like the red is going to spring back up, and it's really moving aggressively up this way, then you definitely want to put in 3 greens in that area there. So it's kind of like anticipating, but seem to be very effective there, and real good games.